Hi there, water signs. This is your weekend energies reading. It's been a while since I've done any readings. For those of you who've followed me for some time, you will know that I've not been around for... It's been a couple of months since I posted anything. So I'm just coming back into this gently with a couple of weekend readings by element. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to continue going forward with these. I'm just going as I feel guided. There's a number of reasons why I've not been guided to do videos for some time, to be honest with you, which I'm going to discuss in some energy updates that I'm going to get round to doing. But I want to sort of get these out first, get these broken back in, because I did Earth Signs yesterday, and Earth Signs, surprise, surprise, started touching on some of the stuff that I've been feeling guided to talk about. So it'll be a good idea to do these readings first and then let them kind of pave the way into the other things that I want to go on to. So yeah, usual drill. If I am talking about masculine and feminine, that is energy and not physical gender. Feel free to move people around. I'm talking to cross watchers. Yeah, you know the usual drill. If your sun sign doesn't resonate, check your moon, rising, Venus, any stelliums, anything else that you tend to resonate with. It's pretty fluid, pretty loose. You can do with this as you see fit. It's whatever resonates for you is fine. So this is a Celtic cross spread that I'm doing. I've been really guided when I do readings lately to do these because they just seem to be fitting quite well. And I'm offering a special on these if you would like basically exactly what you're seeing here. I'm offering these for £25. My contact information is on the about page, and I will pop it in the drop down box, but that may come later because I'm doing these straight from the phone and I have to go on the laptop to do the drop down box, and it is a kerfuffle. So if you wanted to get in touch before I get that put into the drop down box, the about page on my channel does have my contact info on. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm going to jump in and we'll crack on with your reading, and we'll see what energies are coming up for you, what signs over the weekend. I will pull some individual, I'll pull some oracle cards for individual signs at the end as well. Earth signs, each sign had a very, very different story through the oracle cards, but it fit the main reading like perfect for each of them. I just love how Spirit does this. So yeah, check in at the end for individual signs and how that works. So the situation for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we have the Empress. So this could be situations to do with abundance, but it can also be to do with your power. The Empress can be a card about timing, you know, like harvest time. Let's see, what's the challenge? The Empress is the... So we've got the Three of Cups, that's 2 threes. We could be looking at some kind of third party situation here where you need to be knowing your power and your strength and honouring yourself. But there could also be some kind of reunion energy with this. The Three of Cups can be, for me, it's like, you know, like sort of, you see you've got the three, sorry, bear with me. We've got the 3 mermaids here. This could be like sort of girls hanging out. So this could be, you know, like a water sign coming out of a relationship or a commitment and just sort of like spending some time having fun, reveling in their own energy, and you're like, you know, kind of getting back on your feet and knowing your self-worth. The recent past, how was the recent past impacted on this for water signs? Yeah, 7 of Swords. There's been some kind of shady energy in the past that you are walking away from. Definitely feel that third party situation for some of you. So the near future, it's definitely about getting back into your own energy and claiming your power. The 4 of Pentacles. So this is about, it's what you give, you receive. It can be about blocking yourself off, you know, like, you know, closing yourself off, your heart chakra, if you've been hurt, this can, like, you know, be a signal of guarding. But it can also talk about blocking energy flow. So it may be that, you know, like, you kind of like, you know, say when it comes to spending, you're like, oh, I can't afford that. But if you're not putting anything out, you aren't attracting it back to you either. Where to focus? We'll see how this plays out. So where to focus is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this looks to me like there may have been some shady behaviour regards a work or career or financial investment. Strengths. The Five of Swords. This situation doesn't serve you. This is like walking away from battles. This is like knowing when to cut your losses and when to walk away. That's your strength. Where to focus is your own material, like, abundance, really. And this is like, so that Four of Pentacles then in the near future, I'm feeling like that you're saying what you put out, you will get back. So, I mean, for some of you, it could be a warning that if you've been the one that's been behaving in any kind of shady manner, be very, very wary, because that's what's coming back to you. It's asking you to address that before that situation occurs. But for some of you, this is kind of saying the scales will be balanced if you've been mistreated. If you focus on putting yourself first, nurturing yourself, putting together any solid plans where business is concerned as well, it's like you know where to invest and where not to invest. This can be relationships or work. What does I need to do? Yeah, look, the Hermit. Epiphany. This is like joy through spiritual growth, being light to others, answers that come through meditation. This is about retreating away from drama and away from other people. So there's been too many people involved in a situation here. I feel like this is like you've been sharing your abundance. This Three of Cups has been like too many people involved in the situation. Sorry, bear with me, I'm just going to pause for a moment. Back to where we were, sorry about that. Yes, so what you need to do is retreat, go inwards, look for some answers, because there's some drama, some chaos, some shady behaviour going on that is, it's devaluing you. It's bringing you away from this, you know, from your Empress energy. Your strengths being the Five of Swords, you know to walk away from this situation, reclaim your power, and that's what you've got here with this Hermit energy. So, I was going to ask, what do we need to know? The Two of Cups came out. So I feel like this is saying that, you know, like, if this is a relationship, this is saying you will be aligned with something better. What do we need to know? What signs need to know? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So you're walking away from an old situation in order to align with a new one, because there's a new opportunity coming, particularly where finances are... it feels very much like there could be a crossover for some of you. Like your work, you know, like your love situation is dependent on your financial situation. So for some of you, this is like walking away from this situation that is blocking your abundance. It will allow you to align to your abundance. I mean, there are literally so many different ways that this could be interpreted, because we've got both finance and relationships and a mix of the two coming through. So this is going to be different for different people. Hopes and fears. So we've got the Eight of Cups and the Star. So you've got some fear of walking away from this situation. You know you've got to walk away from it. That's what the Eight of Cups is about. The Star is like having that belief in yourself. In this deck, it's the end of difficult situations as well. It's like the Eight of Cups, there is something better waiting for you, do what you know is right, a spiritual quest, and the Star is very much spiritual quest as well. This is about you leaving behind an old chapter in every arena of your life in order to embark upon a new one. This is like a domino effect. This is everything that you... it's to align you with everything that you want. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the highest possible outcome is for you here. What sign? King of Cups, look. Not Cups, Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles there. This is being aligned with a counterpart. This is you taking that charge over your material world. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. This is going to bring you that material stability. I feel like some of you are fearing your material stability, and because of the lack of material stability, staying stuck in a situation that doesn't serve you in many other ways. Let's get some clarifiers and we'll take a look a bit deeper into this. So, can you tell me something more about this Empress energy for water signs, please? Yeah, look, we've got the Magician. This is about you having all the tools at your disposal to create your ideal future. But if you aren't working with those tools, if you're trying to work with substandard tools, you're going to get a substandard result. So this is about your environment and the people that you're working and collaborating with and trying to get the best result out of that situation. And it's just not... it's not going to manifest the way you wanting it to, because you're trying to work with parameters that aren't conducive to what it is that you're trying to manifest. Tell me something about this Three of... yeah, look, we've got the Moon for the Three of Cups. So this is like anxieties, illusions, deception. There's some self-deception going on here as well, I feel, water sign. This is like your intuition is clouded. For some of you, you feel like you're letting your intuition guide, but it's not. It's ego, it's fear, it's anxiety, and you're allowing it to keep you stuck. Tell me something about the Seven of Swords, please. I knew it. The Three of Swords. We've got heartbreak. This is similar past energy to what Earth signs had. Some of you may be dealing with an Earth sign. Some of you may have Earth in your chart. Sorry, the dog's lost his toy under the unit. No, Stan, Mummy's busy. Yes, so we've got the Three of Swords there. There's definitely been some heartbreak, a situation that you need to let go of. Tell me something about this Four of Pentacles. The King of Wands. So that could be entrepreneurial energy. It could take charge of a situation, which I feel is what this is. It's asking you to take charge of that situation, to see what needs to be let go of, where you need to invest more energy, and focus on that. Tell me something about this Queen of Pentacles, please. Yeah, the Chariot and... ooh, we've got a few. So we've got the Chariot, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So this is like... this is, for me, this is focusing towards a new... Chariot for me is just moving away from the Four of Wands energy that's not serving you anymore, in order to allow these mental breakthroughs and this clarity to come in. It's like putting yourself first. It's like committing to your own Four of Wands with you and yourself. Do you know, like focusing on your own stability and your own happiness. And there's some kind of learning journey involved with this as well, I feel, for some of you. Like some kind of like research, new understandings, new ways of looking at things. Tell me something about this Five of Swords. Yeah, Knight of Swords. So that's mental breakthroughs, clarity. Swift change. I feel like some of you, when you see the truth of this situation, you're going to take that action really, really quickly. So, tell me some more about this Epiphany energy, please. And we've got the Eight of Wands. So this is like fast movement. It could be communication. Somewhat contradictory to the Hermit energy, because it's kind of like stopping and going within, whereas this is like travel and fast movement. But I feel like this is a communication, some kind of swift change that is going to move you forward quickly. And this is a bit of a solo journey. Definitely getting some kind of solo energy here. So although I feel like you're being aligned to somebody, that is going to be a little way off down the line. I feel like this is some kind of journey of self-discovery first. Water signs. What's this Ace of Pentacles? And we have the Hermit. Yeah. This is you doing some soul searching on your own, deciding a new path for yourself. And when you know what that is, because you're giving your energy away elsewhere and you're not putting it into yourself, and it's causing you to be devalued by yourself and those around you. And this is about coming into your power and deciding what it is that you want out of life and putting yourself first, bringing you into alignment with yourself. Tell us about this Eight of Cups and the Star, please. Yeah, look, we've got the So we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Now this, for me, that's something that you've invested time, energy, effort, money, and patience into. But it's conflict and drama now, and chaos. And this is like, there's nothing more to be invested. Now it's a burden. You've outgrown it, and it's time to release that burden and go off on this new journey. Okay, so tell me something more about this King of Pentacles before we get some cards for each sign. So we've got the Seven of Wands, which for me is a card of standing your ground against challenges. This, for me, I'm going to take another one, but that feels as though the Queen of Swords, seeing and speaking the truth. For me, yeah, this is aligned with yourself. This is like people coming along and challenging you once you've found your stability. But that's you just saying no. You know, seeing things for what they are, seeing the truth of what it is. Nobody's messing with your cool. You know, you're going to hit that Queen of Swords energy, and nobody is going to be able to challenge you with that. You see the truth. You can see through people's lies and rubbish. And it's something that you've learned in this, you know, this Seven of Swords and Three of Swords energy that has been to bring you to this situation where you're going to put yourself first and you're not going to want for anything. Okay, so let's take a look at individual signs. I'm using the Angel Answers, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms and Sacred Traveller decks to gain some oracle cards for each sign. So let's have something for Cancer, please. Compromise. I feel like for you, this is where you've been over-compromising. And if people around you aren't willing to give equally, this is for you to sort of say, right, well, that's it, I'm out then. The Queen of Swords, she's, you know, she is balanced, she is justice, she's Libra energy. The Eagle King, the big picture and angelic help. It's interesting energy. Oh, that's fallen straight off, and I feel like I meant to take that. That's impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. So that's where there's, you know, I'm going to take another one as well. I feel guided to take another. So yeah, there is no compromise. You know, like you've reached an impasse. Yes, we've got to narrow a pathway, tread thoughtfully. Again, you've got that impasse. And miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. So with this compromise energy, let me see, bear with me. I'm just going to double check the guidebook. So in order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. So this is what we're saying about finding out what's important to you and what you want. Take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work towards an agreement where everyone wins. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. I feel that this is where you've been giving away too much, Cancer. And you have been over-compromising with everybody else at the detriment of yourself. So this is about you addressing that. If people aren't willing to compromise with you and give you your fair share, then you have the right to turn around and say, no, this isn't on, this isn't balanced. The Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life, and he's able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of a fog. He makes a formidable allies. He takes up your prayers towards the sun and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. So this is about seeing the bigger picture. It's like your focus is... There's somewhere where your focus is too distracted on smaller details and you're not seeing a large picture. For some reason, I'm being really, really attracted to the feathers as well. So I think for some of you, those feathers may be a synchronicity. That black and white feather, you know, you might see that somewhere in a synchronized situation and it'll just confirm that this reading's for you. But this is about zooming out and seeing the bigger picture and not getting caught up in details, in irrelevant details. Like, it may be somebody who you are dealing with who kind of there's a bit of a gaslighty energy when you try to discuss something. They come at you with an irrelevant point to detract you from what it is that you're supposed to be talking about, and it prevents you from finding that compromise. You're forever bowing to their way. And this would certainly lead to, that kind of energy would certainly lead to an impasse. It feels like this situation, you know, it's like turning back isn't necessarily a failure. Sometimes it's the wisest thing you can do. If there's an area in your life where there's an impasse, the universe is telling you to use this as a time to reflect. So if this is somebody who, when you try to bring up your needs and your wants, and when you feel something isn't fair, and they instantly throw that back at you, you can't, if you can't have a reasonable conversation with somebody, there isn't a relationship there. You need to be able to talk, you need to be able to compromise. And when that person shuts down on you every time you try to talk about something, especially if they start pulling words like crazy out of the bag and things like that, then there is no compromise to be had. You know, relationships work on communication where both sides are willing to kind of hear each other out. I'm definitely picking up on a situation where somebody is being gaslit here, where they will try to explain to their person how they feel, and their person then starts throwing things at them that aren't relevant. They're zooming them away from the bigger picture, and they're making you feel like you're crazy or like you're nitpicking over things, which you aren't at all. You've got a valid point. When these relationships, when this situation occurs, you're at an impasse. If this person refuses to compromise, it's out of your hands, and you need to see, you know, like that's where your cue is to, you know, to kind of walk away, regroup, redirect, and reflect your energy. Wisdom is knowing when to back down, turn around and then let it go. There are times in life to break through barriers and there are times to change direction. There is an area in your life regarding relationships, business, finances, health or your life path that needs to be evaluated. Perhaps a new route is needed. The sacred traveller wants you to know that if you reach an impasse in life, instead of protesting that it's unfair and warranted, change your course, do it quickly and easily. Instead of focusing on what's not working, focus on what can work and what steps are needed to create a different outcome. So the narrow pathway energy is do not make any quick decisions, think things through, tread carefully. If you rush into anything, there are potential difficulties. Again, this is that narrow pathway, it's that narrow focus. It's needing to see the wider picture. It's like a blockage, an obstacle in the path. Keep focused and don't allow yourself to get distracted. Your project will succeed. I feel like there's an element of both here. Like somebody's distracting you with irrelevant things to pull you away from where you need to focus. Keep very focused and don't allow yourself to get distracted. Your project will succeed if you go slowly. The relationship will grow, but don't be in a hurry. Let it all emerge at its own time. Be thoughtful in areas of your life. When the path becomes narrow, success will ensue if you go slowly and carefully. The traveller takes one step at a time, deliberately and cautiously. No detail of the path is overlooked. Keep your focus on the steps ahead. Do not get ahead of yourself. Breathe and relax. You will be able to achieve what others have not. If you take the time to consider carefully all options and move forward with deliberate care. And then the miracles energy is just around the bend. A miracle is waiting to happen. So this is like, you might not be able to see kind of what's in front of you here, this bigger picture, but there is a miracle beyond what you can see. It's like the hermit energy too. The hermit is the same. It's like they've got the lamp and they can only see so far in front of them. Because the lamp only sheds so much light. But there is a miracle just beyond what you can see here. Release fear and uncertainty. So that's not clinging on to the path that you think you know. Because of fear, there is something, you maybe can't see it yet, but there is a miracle waiting to happen. Watch out for them and embrace them. Some come in unlikely forms. Trust that all is unfolding for your highest good and expect miracles in your life. So, yeah, I don't need to labour that any further. That's, it's pretty clear. Somebody's trying to keep you distracted and keep you focused on an area that you really don't need to be focusing on in order to keep you from going in the direction that you need to be going in. It's an interesting, very, very interesting energy you're dealing with there, Cancer. So, I'm going to take we'll just give these a shuffle. And we'll take some energies for Scorpio. See what Scorpio's dealing with. There's definitely an energy there for you that comes with like releasing fear, not needing to know everything that's right in front of you all the time. Right, so Scorpio. We have for Scorpio, listen to your intuition. Pretty clear. Scorpio. The keeper of the scales, fairness and balance. And let's see what I've got for Scorpio. We've got 2, grounding, go deep, explore your roots. And vast vistas, expand your horizons. So, your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Listen to your own inner guidance and you can't go wrong. This could be a case of where somebody's trying to tell you that you are imagining things, that you're crazy or that you're misreading something. This is definitely trust your intuition. With that grounding card as well, I feel like this is maybe saying that you need to ground your energy, because if you are kind of like, if your intuition is telling you something and you're confronting somebody, that's the energy I'm getting with this keeper of the scales. But you're doing it sort of like without any proof. which is right, that's fair, because you do need to trust your intuition, but they're using that lack of grounding against you to kind of maybe make you look a bit crazy, if that makes sense. But this listen to your intuition card is all about you. Your intuition is completely on point. Trust it. You don't need proof. The Keeper of the Scales is it's about making conscious choices that create balance in your life. So again, choosing to come from a grounded energy, choosing to release things that aren't aligned with your highest good. It could talk about synchronicity being at work around you as well, so look out for signs that may be trying to speak to you. It asks you to put yourself first as well and to bring yourself into inner balance. You may have some like official legal disputes. You like things like what's the word I'm looking for? Access arrangements for children, things like that you need to deal with. Again, listen to your intuition on that, because if you're dealing with somebody who in the past has tried to be really, really unfair, stay grounded and watch out for their behaviour. Don't walk into any traps they may be laying for you. I don't even really know about that. It's just the message I've got coming through. If that resonates, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also with this grounding card, it's about reassessing what you find important. Do you like, as I said in like near the start of the reading, it's about going within and working out what's important to you. You may be so used to doing things and seeing things how other people tell you and like society tells you it should be. But you may have been going through a journey of self-discovery where you are realising that things weren't what they seemed, and you're seeing things through a different lens, through a different perspective. And this is asking you to really take some time out to assess and adjust, you know, to like reflect on what you thought the world was like and what was right and wrong. And again, like expanding your horizons, broadening your horizons on what that actually is. It can be asking you to get outside of your comfort zone as well. I feel like for some of you, you've been through an experience here that's caused you to withdraw. And what you thought was like, you know, like right, wrong, fair, unfair, that's being tested. And you're having to re-ground yourself completely in new ideas about what that is. Like society tells you should raise your kids a certain way, and now you're like disagreeing with an ex over that. There could be something of that in there for you. Vast vistas. I'm feeling like for some of you, this is asking you to like literally move. Like you may have lived in the same small town your whole life, and you're feeling this like, while the Hermit is like, you would think that it would be asking you to pull into that like small town energy. For you, this would be moving away from that, where everybody knows you, going somewhere bigger with a new start. For others of you, this isn't even in the description of the card. This is purely what I'm channeling. I'm being asked to take another as well, so I'm going to, I'm not sure what was supposed to come out there, so we do that. Answering the call, the time is now. Yeah, some of you have been through a spiritual awakening, you've been through an awakening to, it could be like a truther type situation, you know, like where you've woken up to various things going on in the world, and you're feeling some kind of calling towards some kind of life purpose. This is calling you away from what you thought you knew towards this new regrounded. It's like everything that you've learned, it's like you've thrown away all your old ideas, and it's asking you to now bring into your reality and ground into your reality what you actually now know to be true and trust yourself on that and not what other people are telling you. That's a pretty deep message, is that, Scorpio? Very, very deep message, in fact. This is like a completely new... I can relate to this too, because this is exactly what I've been, you know, sort of like dealing with the ex over, like, school for our daughter, things like that, you know, so I understand what a big upheaval that can be when suddenly you're seeing the world through a completely different lens. Okay, so that's Scorpio. We'll take some cards for Pisces. So Pisces. Be assertive. So somebody is going to have to speak their truth. They're going to have to put their foot down. They are going to have to say, it's time to say how you want things and the way you think things should be in your life, and go after that for yourself, Pisces. What else do we have? We also have the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. I'm being asked to take another one from this deck for Pisces as well. The Word Lord, communication, praise. In its shadow it can be dishonesty. So you may be dealing with some issues of judgment, self-judgment in particular here, lack of communication, a need to self-reflect. And we also have infinite abundance and faraway. Infinite abundance, faraway places. So this be assertive energy. Pisces, your situation calls for you to take matters into your own hands. Yeah, this is a situation where people, it's like Lady of the Mirror and the Word Lord. This is people telling you how you are. This is this judgment energy. People sort of like saying to you how you are, and you've taken that on board over the years. This is like your idea of who you are has come from the way other people have spoken to you or treated you and things like that. And this is asking you to stop taking them projections on board. Be assertive. Tell people that no, they don't get to tell you who and how you are. This is about like doing some deep self-reflection, shedding those judgments that other people have put on you and learning who you are from the inside out again. See what other message is coming with the Word Lord. I feel there's something more coming through with that. Again, it's about being assertive, refusing to take others' projections. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. So this is about positive self-talk, positive self-reflection. He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. So this is about realising that there must be something in your vibration. If you're attracting people to you who are looking down on you and speaking to you like dirt, that's only because of a belief that you're holding about yourself as that. So this is about getting into the nitty-gritty of what you believe of yourself and seeing yourself for that perfect person that you are, and really getting to grips with those programmings that are hiding in your subconscious. When you attract these people towards you who look down the nose at you and speak to you a certain way, it's not because they're right, it's because you're attracting them because you're vibrating that energy, because you believe somewhere in your subconscious that that's true. And you need to find where that program is, that negative self-talk, and work to remove it. And this is where you're being called to do this inner work on your own and withdraw from people so that you can get to work on finding out where these programs are that you're running about yourself, so that you can stop like attracting those energies towards you. It's infinite abundance. Yeah, see, well, while you're vibrating these energies, you're not manifesting. This is about manifestation. You're manifesting the things that you don't want because you're vibrating these limited and negative self-thoughts, these ideas of how you see yourself, that's what you're putting out, and that's what you're attracting back. So if you want this positive abundance, you have to work on this vibration, whatever you are, like running underneath the surface that you maybe thought you dealt with. But if you are attracting people to you that are judging you and treating you a certain way, it does mean that you are putting that vibration out. So there's some program somewhere, some limited belief that you need to address. Let's see, what's this faraway places energy? Get ready for new horizons. Stop playing it safe, get ready for new horizons and change in your life. A journey is coming. It may be to foreign lands and faraway places, or it may be an inner shift that changes your destiny. It's all beneficial. Sometimes we can feel wobbled when we are not in our normal surroundings. However, you are safe and protected. Good fortune ensues. This is definitely about getting out of your comfort zone. Like literal travel could be coming up for you Pisces. I feel guided to just take a clarifier on that faraway places, because it feels like a separate message to the rest of the oracle message. It's far too much to take. Do you know what? I'm not going to take any more. I feel like there are a lot of different messages for a lot of different people coming with that one. And it's for each individual to do this inner work and work out what that is for themselves. So I am going to wrap up this reading here. If you would like a personalised reading, exactly the same layout as you've seen here, let me know in an email. It's the Celtic Cross spread. I do also do other types of layouts and spreads. So if you would like to discuss a personal reading, just discuss. We can discuss in the message, and we'll get it to whatever it is that you'd like to. We can tailor it to your personal needs, basically. Make sure you watch my energy updates when I post them, hopefully at some point next week, because they again are going to be very, very relevant to what's come through here. This idea of what you're attracting to you and things like that. Yeah, not a lot more to say there. So I am going to wrap this up for now and leave that there, water signs, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.